right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me zoom it in a bit so that we can see it better. First of all, I need us to look at this. You know, when you have a number like this, for instance, 5863112.02468113. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
And you need to identify the place values, right?
Yes, sir.
These two represent
Units.
units.
Yes.
1 is tens, 3
100.
tens, of course 6 is
1,000.
1,000, 8 is 10,000, 5 will be 100,000, and so on. Now, after the point, the first digit is
10.
tenth. You know, excuse me. The first digit is tenth. The second digit after the point is hundredth. The third, thousandth. The fourth, 10,000th, and so on. Okay. So remember again, by the way, this is usually called place value, isn't it?
Yes.
Place value. So let me write it out. Place value. So we're looking at generally approximations, rounding off, rounding up and down. So place value. So let me hide it a bit so that you can answer. What's the place value of 3? These three here. I'm circling. 100, hundreds.
Yes.
Okay. What's the place value of 6?
10,000.
6. Okay, 0 is 10th, 2 is 100th, 4 is 1000th, 6 is 10,000th. That's correct. So this 6 will be 10,000th. Remember, when you are talking about the place value after the point, that's after point, you have to add th, like 100th having th, 10th having th, 1000th having th. But before the point is adding s, like unit, tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on. Okay. Now, when you are rounding numbers, for instance, you round up or round down, you need to check the particular position or the particular place value you are required to round it. Let's look at this one. The first question, read out this number 1.
Round 0.682 to the nearest tenth.
To the nearest tenth. Tenth. So the place value is tenth. I can zoom it in a bit so that we see it better. Let me see it again. It says round 0.682 to the nearest tenth. So we are stopping at tenth. Which number is the place value for tenth?
8.
Tenth.
6.
6 is tenth, isn't it?
Yes.
So we are supposed to stop at this 6, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so we are stopping at 6, but you look at the next number. The next number after 6. If it is from 5 and above, you call it 1, isn't it?
Yes.
And add to that place value you are stopping at. So 8 is already above 5. Anything from 5, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you're going to call it 1, and then you add to the number you stopped at. By the way, I need to remind us again that this is the 10th. This is the 10th that the one we're expected to stop at. Let me write it properly. This is position 10th. Position 10th. that we are expected to stop at is resting on what number?
6.
On number 6. Remember when I showed you how to get the place values? Just to remind us again, place values. After the point, the first digit is called tenth. The second digit, hundredth. So the first digit after the point is called tenth. Before the point, the first digit, unit. This one, tenths. This, hundreds, and so on. Okay, so the question wants us to stop at what? It says, let me read it again. That's question number 1. It says round 0.682 to the nearest tenth, right?
Yes.
So we stop at 6. So we look at the next number 8 is anything from 5 and above, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You call it 1 and add to the number you are stopping at. So that becomes 1 plus 6, 7, isn't it?
Yes.
So the answer becomes 0.7. Let's look at another number. Round 5.035 to the nearest hundredth. So where are we supposed to stop at?
3.
Because the 0 is
10.
tenth, the 3 is
Hundredth.
hundredth. So we are stopping at 3. If we are stopping at 3, we look at the next number after 3.
5.
If it is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you call it 1 and add to the number you are stopping at. We are stopping at 3. And this is 5 after it. So we're going to call it 1 and add to this 3. And that gives us what?
4.
So the answer will be what?
5.04.
Correct. 5.04. That's intelligent of you. Alright, let's go to the next one. This one, read it out.
Round 175.90 years
To the nearest whole number. Now, the whole number is the last digit before the point. The last digit is 5, isn't it?
Yes.
And then we check the number after it. The number after it is what?
9.
And it is anything from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You call it 1 and add to the one you are stopping at. So the answer will be what?
176.
176. Correct. Let's look at this other one.
Round 14.995 to the nearest hundredth.
You could actually say 14.995 to the nearest hundredth. Hundredth. Where is the hundredth?
9.
9. Okay, 9 is the nearest hundredth. So we are supposed to stop at 9. This second 9, is it not?
Yes.
Okay, we look at the next number.
5.
5. So what do? We call it 1.
Yes.
And when you add it here,
It should give you 10. But you write
10. Then you carry 0, 1 again and come to here.
Yes, I write here.
And then finally there, it will now be
5.
So the final answer will be what?
15.00.
Okay, let's look at how we got it. First of all, we're supposed to stop at this 9. Let me mark it. We're supposed to stop at this 9. This second 9. We're supposed to stop at this second 9, which is the hundredth. The second 9, which is the hundredth. Now when we look at the number after it, 5 is already 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, so we call it 1. And that one, where you add it to the 9 you are stopping at, that's 10, is it not?
Yes.
You write 0. Let's even be writing it 0. And then carry 1, that's 10 now.
Yes.
You carry 1 and put to the next, then the first 9, that's also 10, is it not?
Yes, I write it.
0 again and carry 1. And then we put it to 4.
Yes.
That's what?
5.
5. And then 1. So the answer is 15.00, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Interesting. Okay. So this one says round 374 to the nearest 10. Where are we supposed to stop at? 7, because 7 is a 10. 4 represents what?
Units.
7 represents
10.
10. 4 represents units, 7 represents 10. So we are stopping at 7, isn't it?
Yes.
We stop at 7, which is the 10. Now we look at the number after it.
4.
Is it up to 5?
No.
Anything 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you call it 1 and add to the number you're stopping at. But if it is not up to 5, what do?
You leave it.
You ignore it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do we write?
370.
Is it just 37?
No.
370. You see, once you haven't gotten to point, any number that is left will be represented with 0. Okay, let's see this one, number 11.
Round 5.
Hold on, let me put this very well so it doesn't look like a number. I can use a different color. Maybe we're supposed to stop at 7, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at this second one, number 11.
Round 5,920 to the nearest thousand.
To the nearest thousand. Okay, round 5,920 to the nearest thousand. Where are we supposed to stop at? 1,000, right?
Yes.
5.
5 is 1,000, which is, so we're supposed to stop at this 5, which is 1,000. Okay, so we see the number after it,
9.
9, and it's anything 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We call it 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're adding it to,
5.
and that gives us what?
6.
So we have 6. We have 6. So what do we do to the rest?
0.
Yeah. The rest numbers will be 0. After we have written, change the 5 to 6 because we added 1 to it now, is it not?
Yeah.
All the other digits. 9 will be represented with 0, 2 represented with 0, and the other 0 also represented with 0. So it's actually 6,000, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, I will move forward a bit to something different. Okay, let's look at this one. Say round number 12.
Round
82516 to the nearest 10,000th. 10,000th, it has a TH. 8 is 10th.
Yes.
2 is 100th. 5 is 1000th. 1 is 10,000th. So we are supposed to stop at what?
1.
Okay, so we're supposed to stop at 1. Let me put an arrow on top of it. We look at the next number.
6.
6 is already anything 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You call it 1, isn't it?
Yes.
We're calling it 1 and we add to this. We add to this 1. So the answer will now be what?
2.
So this the answer will be 0.825. When we get to that one, we write 2. Are we going to write 00?
Yes.
No, we don't write 00 after the decimal point. You don't write 00 after the decimal point. If the number is after the decimal point, you don't write the 00. So it's just 0.8252. Right?
Yes.
The number is after the decimal point, so we don't write it. Okay, let me see another one we can look at. Okay, which one can we look at now? Okay, let's look at this number 14. Read it out.
Round 0.234
To the nearest 100th. To the nearest 100th. 100th is where?
3.
Let's see. 2 is
10.
10th. 3 is 100th. So 100 is on 3. So it should be on 3. So we look at the next number.
4.
The next number is 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it is not up to 5. Because anything 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you call it 1. But 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, you ignore, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 4 is not up to 5. We are going to ignore. So the answer will now be what?
0.23.
0.23. Because we are stopping at 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
We just write 2, 3 and ignore the rest. And you know, it's after point, so you're not going to fill it up with zeros. All right, I want us to look at more examples that have to do with significant figures. Let's see, we should have significant figures somewhere. Okay, let's look at this one. This one has some significant figures. Now, when you're talking about significant figures, you start counting from the very first digit. Let me see if I have some good significant figures here. I will include one more example. I'll include one more example. So I'll call it, I'll even add them here. Okay, let's do this one. I will include some. Let's see. It says round 0.709 to one significant figure. Significant figure, you start counting from the very first digit that has a number. What's the first digit that has a number, not 0? 7. So we start counting from 7. So it means, and one significant figure means we have to stop at 7, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're stopping at 7. That's the first significant figure. We look at the next number, 0, is it not?
Yeah.
0, anything 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, we ignore, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the answer becomes what?
0.7.
So the answer is just 0.7. 0.7. Are we supposed to write 0.700?
No.
Because after the point, you don't put the zeros. Okay, let's look at B.
Round
84,472 to 3 significant figures. 3 significant figures, where are we stopping at?
4. No. 8.
Which 3 significant figures? You know, you start counting the first significant. Significant figure means you start from the very first number. The very first number. The first number is 8, is one significant figure, or the first. The first 4 is second.
And
The third 4 is, the 8 is first significant figure. The first 4 is second. The third 4 is third, is it not?
Yeah.
So it says 3 significant figures, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we are stopping at what?
The second 4.
The second 4, which is this. Do we all agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are stopping at this second 4. We're stopping at this second 4. Then you look at the number next to it. 7. That's anything 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You call it 1 and add to this, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what will be the final answer?
8, 4, 5,
8, 4. Now we've written the first 8, the 4, and then when we get to the next 4, we're adding 1 to it, is it not?
Yeah.
The one we collected, because 7 is a number from 5 and above. So 8, 4, 5. What do we do to the rest?
You write
0,
0.
0. You know, you write 0, 0 because the number is not after the point. Anything before the point will be replaced with 0, 0, right?
Yeah.
So 8, 4, 5, 0, 0. Let me do that again. We're supposed to stop at the third significant figure, which is second 4. The next number is 7. It is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is from 5 and above. We call it 1, and we added it to this 4, making this 4 that I have an arrow on top of it, 5. So the answer will now be 8, 4, 5. Every other thing becomes 0, 0. So the answer is 84,500, okay?
Yeah.
Let's see if there's another one we can do. Let's, this one says to 2 significant figures. C.
Around 4,490 to 2 significant figures.
Okay, 2 significant figures will be at where?
2.
Number 1 is 1, digit 1 is 1 significant figure. Digit 2 is 2 significant figures, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we stop at 2. The next number is
4.
it up to 5?
No.
So we're ignoring it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do we write? What is the answer?
12,000.
1, 2, everything will become 0, 0, 0, isn't it?
Yeah.
0, 0, 0, 12,000. Okay, let me give us this one. Let me write this. I'll call it DI and DII. Assuming you're given 25.0038261. You're asked to round it to 4 significant figures. Round to 4 significant figures. Let me complete it. Round to 4 significant figures. Round to how many?
4 significant
To
figures.
4 significant figures. We normally use significant figures as SF. Okay, where is the 4th significant figure in this number?
Second
Okay, can I just call this? Can I call this? Let me call this. Let me call this 7 instead. 250738.
26.
I can even call this one 9, so that all the numbers will be different. I'll call this one 9. 25073891. 25.0738961. Round to 4 significant figures. What's the 4th significant figure? 70, right? 7, right?
Yeah.
Because you start counting from the very first number. 7. So we are stopping at 7, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're stopping at 7. So what will it be?
2, 5.
You know, we will stop at this 7. So we look at the next number.
3.
The number is 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not up to 5. So the answer will become 25.07. Are we going to write 0000 in the other ones?
No.
No, it's after the point, so you don't write that. Okay. Let me add this. Assuming you have something like this, let me call this one EI and EII. If you're asked to round 0.0038614, round to 3 significant figures. We round it to 3 significant figures, and then we also round it to 3 decimal places. Let's round to 3 significant figures. What's the 3rd significant figure here? 3rd.
6.
You know, you start counting from the very first number. What's the very first number?
3.
3. 3 is the first number. 8 is the second. 6 is the 3rd. 6 is the what?
3rd.
So this is the significant figure. We start counting from the very first number, not 0. 3 is number 1, the first. 8 is second. 6 is 3rd. So we are stopping at 6, right?
Yeah.
We're stopping at 6. Let me use a blue pen to show that this one will stop at 6. Sorry. We stop at 6. Okay, so we stop at 6. The next number is 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the final answer will now be what? 0.00386, is it not?
Yeah.
That's the 3 significant figure, because we are just stopping here. We can't write 00. Alright, this same number, if we are asked to round to 3 decimal places. This one is now DP. DP stands for decimal places, isn't it?
Yeah.
Decimal places, you know, you start immediately after the decimal point. Do you know that? 3 decimal places. So where are we stopping at? 3. Because immediately after the decimal point, you start counting. This 0 is 1. The second 0 is 2. The next one is 3. So 3 will be where we stop at. For decimal places, we're stopping at 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
The next number is what?
8.
So it's anything 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We call it 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we call this 8 1, is it not?
Yeah.
And add to this 3. It becomes what?
4.
So the answer will be what?
0.004.
0.004. Okay, maybe one more. Let me give you this one. Okay, let's round this one to, let's round it to 2 decimal places. Okay, I will just change this one to, I'll change it to 6. 8.961. So let's round it to 2 decimal places. Where are we supposed to stop at?
6.
We're supposed to stop at this 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
For decimal place, you start counting after the decimal point.
Yeah.
After the decimal, you have 9. 9 is the first one. 6 is the second one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we are stopping at this 6. We're stopping at this 6. So that would be what?
8.96.
8.96, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So that's that about that, and there could be some practice questions. I think, let me see, I think there should be some practice questions. Let me share this. Like this, it says, what is rounded to the nearest 10? Is it now? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Let me also share another one. This again. 3 decimal places. This other one is 1 decimal place. This again. These are some practice questions. This again. And so on. This again. Upper bound and lower bound will be another topic. Then the other ones you can see say around each of the following number. Let me zoom it out a bit so you can reveal all to 2 significant figures. Here we are expected to round to 2 significant figures. All right. Okay. To the nearest 100. And for some practice questions on approximations. Okay, round each of the following numbers to the nearest 100. Let me zoom in from my end. Let me zoom in from my end. It's a bit. Let me zoom in from my end. Just a moment. Can even make it 200. Okay, this is better. It says round each of the following to the nearest 100. Some practice questions. Okay, to the nearest 100 means you are stopping at 110, because this is unit, this is 10, this is 100. You are stopping at 1, so this is correct. Okay, I will mark it for you. B. Let's go to B.
Okay. 1.
Tell me the answer first of all. I will just write it down so that we can work faster.
Okay. This is
So this B should be what?
units.
9 is unit. The first 9 is unit. The second 9 is 10. So you are stopping at 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's to the nearest 100. So what should be the answer? Go ahead. What should be the answer?
The answer should be 200.
200, correct. All right, let's go. Let's go to C. What should be the answer for C? Also to the nearest 100. Where are you stopping at?
We're stopping at unit 10's 100.
Okay.
Okay, at 4.
All right, 1 is unit, 7 is 10, 4 is
10.
100. So
Yeah.
we're stopping at 4. So what should be the answer?
3,500.
Beautiful, 3,500. Let's go to D. What do you do for D?
D. Okay, this is unit, this is 10. So how will now find the the
All right, that's a good one. Do you know that 59 is the same thing as 059?
Oh yeah, that's true. Just add an extra zero.
Yes. So where should we stop at? The first one is 9 is units, 5 is
Yeah.
tens, 0 is
Yes.
100. So what should be the answer?
100.
Interesting, because we are stopping at 0, and the next
Yeah.
one 5 is up to 5, so you call it 1 and add to this.
Yeah.
So interesting. So 100. 100.
Yeah.
Good. Let's go to E. What's it get for E?
E.
And I'm sure you also know that 33 is the same thing as what?
I know 033.
033. Beautiful. So
Okay, this is just gonna be zero. All of them are gonna be zero.
so the
All of them are gonna be zero. So
everything will
just
be
zero.
0, because here, which is the 100, is where we are stopping, and this is not up to 10. It's not up to 5. So everything will be 0.
So
So the
it's
final
all
answer will be
zero.
0. If you like 0, 0, 0. What about F?
Yeah. Hmm?
F.
Let me just put zero. Let me just put zero.
All right. What about F?
Okay. F 451. This is unit 1000.
Yeah,
So this would be 500.
500. Correct. All right. Let's go to another question. Now you've done things related to these ones earlier. Let's go to this question at the bottom.
Okay.
This one. This question says estimate the answer to each of the following calculations. And like I said,
Yeah.
what should you do for each of them?
Change them to one significant figure and then multiply them.
Good. You round off to one significant figure. So 3.6 to one significant figure, because you're stopping at 3, will be 4. Because 6 is up to 5. You call it 1 and add to 3. The same thing for
Yeah.
14.3. One significant figure, you're stopping at 1. And 4 is not up to 5. You discard and it becomes 0. So the answer will be 10. So 4 times 10 is 40, which is correct. Now for this,
Yeah.
47, you should be careful. 47 to one significant figure should be what? Where are you stopping at, by the way? To one significant figure, you're stopping at 4, isn't
Yes.
it? You're stopping at 4, isn't it?
Yes.
So when you stop at 4, the next number, which is 7, is up to 5. So you are going to call it 1, is it not? And add to 4. And that's what you did. You got 5.
Oh, sorry, 50.
It should be 50. So you did the same thing for 192. You're stopping at 1. 9 is up to 5. You called it 1 and added to 1, which gives you 2. So the rest is 100. So the answer should actually be 10,000, isn't it? Don't worry, let me correct it here. You did very well, but you should be careful next time, okay? Is that 10,000 or 1,000? That's 10,000.
10,000, yeah, I think.
10,000. Let's go to C. What should this be? To one significant figure. One significant figure doesn't look like it will. Okay, one significant figure. What should it be?
10.
I'm talking about C.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant E.
C.
Okay.
You're stopping at
30
this.
points.
Remember, when you are doing significant figure, you don't write point anything 0, 0.
30.
It's just 30. You're stopping at 3, isn't it? The next 3 is not up to 5, you discard, but you replace it with 0. So that's 30. That's equal to 30. So times the other one to one significant figure, what will it be? You're stopping at 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what should it be?
It'll still be it will still be 4. It will still be 400.
0, 0. Okay, so the answer will now be what?
1,000. 120,000 something.
No,
I think.
1, 2, because 3 times 4 is 12. Then you have
Yes.
0, 0, 0.
Okay. 120. 120.
12,000.
Okay, 1,000. 12,000. Yeah.
12,000. Okay. Let's go to D. What should this one be?
Go to
What should this be?
Sorry, so something happened.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. All right, let's go.
Okay. Is it D?
Yes, D.
Okay. To
One significant figure, what should it be?
10. 10. Just 10.
Just 10. Interesting. Times 76.3, what should it be?
80.
Interesting. 80.
Okay. 800.
Answer is 800. Correct. Let's go to E for egg.
Okay. Okay.
12.84 and 3.94.
10. Just 10.
This one will be 10. Don't worry, let me write it so that we can do it very quickly. All right.
Okay.
10. Then times. How about this one? 3.94, what should it be?
Okay, 3.94.
Let's go. We're almost done.
I think this is 4.
It's just 4. All right. So the final answer will be what? The final answer will now be what?
40.
40. All right. Let's go. The next one.
F.
F.
Wait.
One significant figure should be what?
It'll start from here. So
No, you're stopping at 1, the very first number, because we are rounding everything to one significant figure.
This year.
So
it's gonna be 10.
Are you sure?
I think. Because 1 is 0. That just becomes
Every
0.
other thing 0, 0 now. Have you forgotten?
Oh yeah, it's 0, 0. It's 0.
So what's that? Is that not 100?
Yeah.
Divided by, let's go.
Divided by 21.
So what should that 21.72 be?
20.
20, because you're stopping at 2. So divided by 20. So what would that give you? Final answer?
10.
100 divided by 20, is it 100 divided
No,
by
50. Yeah, 50.
Is it 50 or 5? 100 divided by 20
it's 5,
is 5.
yeah, 5.
Yes, 5. Let's go to the next one. G. Let's go. This will be what? Approximately what? Let's go quickly. We're almost done. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. 44 will be what? I think it will be 40, right?
Okay.
Let's make it faster. Then
Yeah, I think this one is just
2.
2. Yeah,
2.
just 2.
So the answer will be what?
Answer will be 20.
20. Correct. Let's go H. 68 point. This will be what?
This will be 70.
70. Okay. 70 divided by.
Just 7.
7. Okay. So the answer will be what? You see how we
10.
carry out the estimation. Isn't it interesting?
Yeah.
Good. 10. Then the final one.
Well, okay. This is 10.
This is 10.
Divided by.
Divided by.
Why would they put 6?
Mr. I'm done with that one.
Okay,
Divided
just a
by
moment.
6.
Just a moment. Divided by 6. Then
That would be
you could actually use 12. You could use 12 divided by 6. Sometimes you know it's estimation. You can also use 12 divided by 6. Do you
I
know?
know.
You can use 12 divided by 6. You know, it's estimation. You are just required to estimate. So you can actually use 12 divided by 6, something that can easily divide out. Okay?
Yeah.
So the final answer will be 2.
I can write 12.
Yes. That's it. I think that's clear.
Yeah.